the Rockets win the tip. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Derrick Rose is out there with Bogans. Then there's Carlos Boozer. Then it's Dang, and it's Noah in at the center position. And it's Rose with the ball for the Bulls. Pass to Noah. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And a good work from the interior. I like seeing Noah take advantage of those.
Alston against Rose. Here's McGrady.
Oh, wow! That is powerful. Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Outside Dang. The tray. Rebound by Young. McGrady up top. Pass to Alston. Outside Scola. Now McGrady shoots over Bogans. A shot by McGrady, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the beat.
And Noah with the slam.
And this is how aggressive Noah can be. When he senses an opportunity to finish it, he goes for it.
Here's McGrady. Drains it from beyond the arc. McGrady's got 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact. They are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Rockets on offense. Alston passes to McGrady. Back to Alston. Outside Scola. Clock at 4. Houston needs to get a shot off. From about 16. Here's Yao. And he makes good on the layup.
And Ming is mammoth in terms of his size. Exceptional at using it to snare those offensive rebounds.
It's stolen. Pass to McGrady. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. He's got 7.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Alston with the ball. Scola against Boozer. 5 to shoot. Here's McGrady. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And the dunk by Rose.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Oh! Wow.
Gotta love that one.
Oh, wow.
That's not what I was expecting.
Me either. I don't think anybody was. Even he didn't know what he was going to pull off on that one. Spectacular.
Oh, he knew what he was going to pull off because you got to practice that one. You don't just come up with a slam like that on the fly. You got to rehearse stuff like that.
Houston making some changes. Hayes is checked in for Yao. Landry comes in for Luis Scola. And it's Jackson in for Tracy McGrady. And Chicago also making a switch. Korver's checked in. Jackson misses. Chicago trailing. Here's Rose. Pass to Noah. Back to Rose. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And already, maybe the most athletic point guard in the league. Amazing quickness to go with that leaping ability.
And Rose drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
To the paint, here's Hayes. That one's not going to go. Great defense that time from Noah. To the inside. And he jams it with authority.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Francis. Landry, a screen on Korver. 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's the double team with Korver. Here's Hayes. The Rockets again can't hit. The Bulls leading by 3. Back to Rose. Back to Korver. Fires the 3. What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for Chicago. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Bulls, guys, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Taj Gibson is out there with Boozer. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then it's Watson, and it's Brewer in at the 3 spot. Here's Watson after Carl Landry's bucket. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Now, here's Brewer. Boozer, and Boozer throws it down.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Boozer rising up with confidence there and powering it home.
Knocked away. It's taken away by Brewer. Watson with it. He's picked up by Landry. Watson, the pass to Brewer. Boozer dishes to Gibson. Now, here's Watson. Still scoreless. Korver, good.
I love how fast Korver shoots the ball. Doesn't even think about it. Just terrific instinct.
And so the timeout by Rick Adelman here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Houston with a big group substitution here. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Landry. Pattier comes in for Steve Novak. Tracy McGrady's checked in for Luther Head. And Ray Alston is subbed in for Jackson. The Bulls also changing it up. Hogans comes in for Ronnie Brewer. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. Here's Rose, and finished off by Rose.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here is McGrady. He has 7. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. And the Rockets making a change here. Skola's checked in. Yao kicks to Scola. Houston moving it around. Alston, good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Chicago leading by 8. Kicks it out to Gibson. Back to Rose. It's stolen by McGrady. Goes up. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Here's Rose. Gibson finds Rose. Gibson with the screen on Alston. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Yao. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Scola inside, working on Boozer. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket for Scola. Double team on Rose. And here's Korver out to the wing. Hogans from outside. Scola with the rebound.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
There's 1:26 left in the first half of the game. Pattier for 3. Here's Yao, and Yao slams it in.
Now check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Yao. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Dang comes in for Kyle Korver. Rose, that's good. Rose has got 14 points.
I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Rockets trail by 6. Pass to Hayes. It's not going to go for him. Great defense that time from Noah. The kick out to Dang. Here's the 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, you got to run Dang off that three-point line. He's superb at knocking down the triple thanks to that fast release.
Now, here is McGrady. He's got 9. Daddy for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. McGrady against Rose. Just 4 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Rose has got 8 points here in this quarter.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Here's Alston. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the Phantom half-court shot. Drumline. And that's very much the shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Chicago leading by 8. Scola out there with Shane Battier. Then there's Rafer Alston. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Yao in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Rick Adelman. And it's Rose missing. Here's Alston. Pass to McGrady. To the wing on the left. Chicago grabs the miss. And it's Rose penetrating. Dang gets a wide open look. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. Alston passes to Yao. Now Battier. Here's Yao. Out of bounds. It'll be the Bulls' ball. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Noah with a screen on McGrady. Pass to Rose. An easy 2 points on the layup. Rose has got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls.
This is how lethal Rose can be on offense, and it's because of that high motor he possesses.
Alston passes to McGrady. Offensive rebound. Yao, that's good. Yao's got 6.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now here's Dang. He's got 8. Rose can't hit.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Here's Alston. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Noah's got 4 rebounds in this game. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. LeBron James talked winning teams. He said to be successful, you got to have 1, possibly 2 stars, but at the end of the day, you have to have those soldiers around them. You got to have the supporting cast and the rest of those guys that are going to be ready to go. Guys?
Yep, a team effort. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks. So Rick Adelman's decided to take a timeout here, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Bulls with some changes. Bonnie Brewer's checked in for Gang. Corver comes in for Keith Bogans. And it's Watson in for Rose. Now, here is Battier. Pass to Yao. Now Alston for 3. Tries yet again. And it's Yao getting it to go down. He's got 8.
And you got to appreciate the skill set Ming brings to the table. Knows no one can match up against him and simply lofting these inside shots up and in.
Here's Boozer. Pass to Corver. Fires for 3. Rebound by Yao Ming. Yao's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Driving in. And stolen by Watson. And here we go. Fast break. Corver's got it. Noah with a screen for Corver. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Pass to McGrady. It's stolen by Corver. Watson kicks to Corver. Back to Watson. Noah with a screen on Alston. Here's Watson. Banked in off the glass. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Now, here's Watson. Pass to Corver. There's the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Corver's got 6 points.
And this is Corver's shot. Continues to knock down that tray ball. He's as consistent as it gets from here.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. McGrady. Another miss by Houston. And Shane Battier gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago calls timeout. Chicago calls timeout. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. The Bulls leading by 16. And here's Watson. Pass to Ashik. Now here's Gibson. Floats one up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Chicago in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. We've got Ronnie Brewer, Carlos Boozer out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Watson, and it's Korver in at the 2 guard. Boozer wide open, he fires. Here's Gibson, drops in the layup for 2.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Always giving max effort on the glass, taking everything they'll give him.
Now here's Brooks. Outside Landry. Here's Jackson. And good that time. Jackson's got his first basket.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Outside Korver. Boozer kicks to Watson. Pass to Brewer. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Watson. Over Brooks. Watson's shot is off. Rockets trail by 16. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Brooks right side. Count that bucket.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
The Bulls call timeout. Houston with a big group substitution here. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Hayes. Battier comes in for Carl Landry. Tracy McGrady's checked in for Jackson. And Rafer Alston is subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Then for the Bulls, Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Boozer. Bang comes in for Brewer. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team, and they told their team, no easy threes, let's guard that arc, don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
And you gotta love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
Now, here is McGrady. Takes the 13-footer.
Yeah, easy call.
Joakim Noah. First personal foul. First team foul.
And that one misses.
You know, he's such a huge figure from a cultural standpoint. Yao is also someone teammates love playing with because of that easygoing personality.
Oh, my goodness, the slam! Oh, what a finish!
That's how to throw it down with a flourish. Guys, windmill that baby home.
Oh, you're right, and he does it on the reverse just for good measure. Now, here is McGrady. Releases. That one misses.
Decent look from mid-range. You almost have to take that shot to keep the defense honest. He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
And that one is good.
And is there any shot T-Mac doesn't have?
Double team on Rose. Fires the three. Good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And here is McGrady after Kyle Korver hitting the three. He drills the three.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Dang. Now Korver takes the three. Doesn't get that one. Yep, that goes down.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Now here's Noah. Puts up the three. The three goes down.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
Mark it, time of death. Does that mean we get to officially enter garbage time? I vote hopefully yes.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Rose looking around. Noah with a screen on Alston. And he does not hit. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Derrick Rose.